Good morning, Internet. This is Alex does Sudokus, and it is Friday the 19th of November 2021, and we have another New York Times hard Sudoku for us today, which we will tackle using Snyder notations. And whilst we're at it, we are going to have a look at today's genuinely accessible Sudoku as well. So let's get started. I've got a pair of ones there. So using Snyder notations, I'm basically going to scan the grid and any boxes where I can place a number in two different places, I'm going to pencil mark them in. If there's only one position, it means I've solved a number, like this 3. If there are more than 2 candidates, like here, I've got 3, I'm going to leave it alone. And the purpose is to keep the grid less cluttered in general, basically. So I've got some 4s that are visible because of these 4s, these 4s. So whenever you've got 4 numbers looking into a box is a grid of 9 cells, there's always a solution to where the number goes, basically. So that sort of 4's done. How are the 5s doing? 5s, I've got a pair of 5s here, which forms what's called a pointing pair of 5s. So what they do is they look off the row or column that they're pointing at. Morning, Jagger! And they eliminate any candidates. So before we continue, I just need to sneeze. Damn it, it's gone. Good morning, Vivek. How are you? How are you both? So yes, pointing pairs, if we have a consideration about this, if I think about this, if the 5s are locked on row 6 in this box, any other 5s on this row within other boxes is going to eliminate all possible places in this box for the 5, basically. So, but it's just a nice and easy way to think, hey, the 5 is horizontal, so it must be pointing at the row, and no other 5s can go there. Incidentally, we also have 6s locked in these same cells, but that's kind of like a thing that I will talk about another time. Oh God, am I a bit loud? Sorry, I'm a bit loud today. There, I should be back to normal volume now. I had to change my microphone setup last night because my friend was trying to talk to me on Discord on his phone, so needed me to be super loud, basically. And I didn't want to change all my settings because once I turned the dial, I know I wouldn't be able to get back to where my mic sensitivity was. So I plugged the mic into the other port and changed that one instead, basically. So that was a little solution that I came up with on the spot. Anyway, we'll have a matching pair of 5s and 6s here because we knew the 5s and 6s were locked together due to the fact that if we look at this box, we've kind of got an L shape. It's a kind of broken L shape, but when you've only got a single row and a single column left in a box, that's an L shape. So it's always worth thinking, hang on, does anything cover the entire column or the entire row? And usually we find ourselves a pointing pair, and sometimes in matching pairs as well. So can we do more of the 5s? I don't think we can. If we can't, we're gonna have to look at the 6s. We now have a matching pair of 2s and 6s. We'll talk about that later. 6s, we'll talk about it now. So the matching pair of 2 and 6 and a 5 and 6 basically means within this box, I can't have 2 or 6s in any other places based on the pencil markings, because that's how I narrow down the 2 and 6 in the same 2 cells. But at the same time, it basically means I'm getting really distracted because I'm hearing myself on my headphones. So I'm going to turn off monitoring. Okay, now I won't be able to hear myself. But basically, no other numbers can go in these 2 cells because any numbers going into either of these cells, you're not going to be able to see the, you're going to have a 2 and a 6 in a single cell. Oh, it wasn't me after all. I had a video on in the background. That's why. So hopefully you guys didn't hear any of that. Because if you did, that would be a disaster. Anyway, what are we going to do? Oh yeah, with 2 and 6s basically locked in these two cells, I can't have any more numbers in those two cells. So sometimes that's useful, sometimes it's not. In this case, I don't think it's super useful, but it does leave me. Oh, the same is true on the row in these cases as well. Didn't hear no video. That's good because my oh, that is weird. Because that is because I muted the desktop audio. Brilliant. Didn't have to worry about that at all then. So it was all good. Okay, we're going to look at the 7s in that case because I don't think there's anything interesting going. Oh, I keep losing my chain of thoughts. But basically, the 2 and 6s matching pair also works on a row. We can't have any other numbers that are missing on the row going into the 2 and the 6s. So these 4 cells are basically the only ones left in play. And they have 1, 9. And what else do they have? 5 and 8. 1, 9, 5, 8 are left. And I can't do anything with that. So thank you for confirming, by the way, Checker G. Okay, so why don't we pencil mark in some 7s? And so that's a pointing pair eliminating these candidates. 7, 7, 7. 7s are locked in these cells. 8s are locked in the same 2 cells. That's great. So that's a matching pair of 7s and 8s within this box. Pointing set of 8s up top, meaning the 8s are down here, but also the other way of looking at it is the 8s can't go in these 3 cells, nor these 2 cells. And these 2 cells can't have an 8 because of the matching pair. Okay, moving on to the 9s. I've got a pointing pair of 9s there. Can't see anything else interesting. Oh, yes I do. Because this is a pointing pair of 9s as well. Oops. Added a 4 there by mistake. So 9, 9, pointing 9, locks the 9 in these 2 cells. And we've done our first scan. So I'm just going to wipe my nose because it's getting awfully itchy with kind of like things trying to escape. Okay, so can we do anything interesting now? Now that we've done our first scan, we have 1, 7, 8, and 9 quadruple on this row because of the 5 and 6, so that doesn't do anything for us either. And we haven't got any weak numbers, so I don't think we have a naked single. The 1 and 9 is another matching pair, so this is a triple, and I've got 7 and 8 overseeing this cell, so this is a naked 2 because no other numbers can go in it. So basically it sees 1, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and a pointing pair of 9s locks a 2 in there. So naked 2 is go. Naked single. What next? So this 2 unlocks a 2 here. Forces a pointing, another pair of 2s there. And now we've got what's called an X-wing. Basically, the 2s are locked in these 2 columns within these 2 rows. So we can't have any more 2s on either of these 2 columns anymore on columns 8 and 9. So the 2s must be on column 7 within this box. So it must be here. So that unlocks some more 2s for us. And that's all the 2s. That's all she toot. Or she toot. I'm so secretly proud of my terrible and nonsensical jokes. I don't know why. I suppose when you get to a certain age, you stop trying to be clever. When you know you're not witty, you take any joke that you make. And that's probably what dad jokes came from, how dad jokes became a thing. Because, oh, actually, no, that's not fair, because dad jokes, quite often I find actually quite funny because of the puns, but to each their own, to each their own. 666. Okay, this is a quadruple as well on this column. So we're missing 1, 9, 7, and 8. So this is a... No, hold on. No, 197 and something. It's not an 8. Oh, pardon me. 196 and 7 on this column. So we've got a 6 there. So yeah, 6 and 7 can go there. Okay, that's not very useful. I'm going to look in this box instead because it's now kind of forming an L shape. It's not an L shape, it's a T shape, but it's one column and one row. And I noticed the 3s, oops, are now pointed. So that means the 3s are locked in those cells. The 5s are locked in these 3 cells. And that is useful because that is a hidden triple. Hidden triple. So the 4, 5, and 9 are locked in the same 3 cells. So the same rule applies in terms of the, what do you call it? The matching pairs, basically. It's just basically a matching triple. So hope that makes sense. But basically, yeah, if the 3 could go in any of these 3 cells, that means I'll end up with at least 2 numbers locked in the same cells. So, or 3 numbers locked in 2 cells, which doesn't make any sense. So does a 3 bring us joy? It doesn't. So what does it do? 1, 2, 7, 8 are left on this row. Don't think we've got 7 and we've got 7 and 8 in these 2 cells. That means these must be 1 and 2 on this row, because I'm looking for 1, 2, 7, and 8. And if 7 and 8 can't go in here, then it must be just 1 and 2 basically. So that means this can't be a 1 anymore. This is a 1 because this is now what it only places the 1 and 2 can go now. So it's kind of like the reverse. When you create a matching pair, it also means on a row, it also means in a box, they are basically restricted from the other cells. So this is 7 and 8. I don't love that. So what else can a 1 and 2 do for us? Well, the 1s are locked on columns 8 and 9 in this box, as are here. So these must be 1s as well. And hi Harry, how are you? Well, just bashing our head a little bit on this Sudoku. And I'm sure we'll find a solution soon, but we're not flying off the handles at the moment, which is a wrong expression to express what we're doing, because we're not flying off into space, I guess. 1, 7, 9, and 6 are still there. Got 1, 7. So this is 6 and 9, technically. So we have a 69. Nice. Because I can see 1 and 7. 1, 7, 6, 9. Got a 6 there. Got 6 and 7, so that's 1 and 9. Don't think I can do much with that, though. So let's just pencil mark in all the 6s here. That doesn't help our cause. 4, 5, 6, and 9 are here. So I've got 4 and 9. This must be 5 and 6. We're not loving these. We're not loving these. Good, hope you're well. I am very well. I did stay up late last night, so my stream started a little bit late. I was playing a game with my friend. It's called Astroneer, which is another survival sandbox game in a 3D environment. Anyway, this one unlocks the 9 and a 1. Trying not to go too off a tangent. That unlocks the 7 and 9 and gives me a 1 over there. And where was I going with this? I don't know. What was I talking about? Astroneer. Yeah, it's another survival sandbox game. It's got quite cool survival mechanic because you don't have to eat, you don't have to drink. You're in these spacesuits, but you are tethered to oxygen basically. So you need to generate power and oxygen. So you start off with a base that I guess gives you oxygen and power, I guess. Yeah. And you can set up these tethers that basically means you can continue getting oxygen as you venture further and further away. Oh, this can't be a 6 or... Oh, this is 7, 6, 7, and 9, isn't it? So it can't be a 6, it's 7 and 9. Actually, in this box, I've got 2 sets of matching pairs. So that means these must be 9s. So why don't we pencil mark those in? And this is 6 and 7. We're not loving those. So I think it's time I do some more scanning because I can see a pointing pair 7 stats, so that locks the 7s over there. But yeah, I quite enjoy the that kind of survival mechanics because I really hate having to find food, having to find all these other things when I can just kind of like, when my exploration is merely limited by the tethers, basically. And I still have the option of like venturing further away from my tether as long as I come back in time to breathe. And I think that's cool. 4, 5, 6, 9. I've got 4 and 9, so that's 5 and 6. Okay. 5, 6, 7, 8 on this column. Yeah, we're not getting anything, so I think I should do another scan. Okay, I don't have to eat and drink, but can I? No, you can't. You're in a spacesuit. How are you going to eat things? You can try and put food in your face and it won't work. So, and also you can't see your own face. So I have a suspicion that you're not actually human. You're actually like an alien life form. And we just also happened to discover space travel in a very specific way. And but yeah, it's fun. It's fun and cutesy. It's free on what's that thing called? Game Pass. Oh, that's something I should have mentioned. I would have mentioned this first if I didn't spend all night playing Astroneer with my friend last night. The real story yesterday was that I got an email in the morning from Google, I guess, or YouTube. So I don't know if you guys knew, but I've been subscribed to YouTube Premium for a while because, do you know what? I am actually sick of the ads, and I do spend a lot of time on YouTube watching videos. So I went on my VPN. I won't explain why because, you know, don't want to get caught. But suffice to say, I don't pay the same amount that I normally would be expected to pay for YouTube Premium. So that unlocks a 9, 5, and 4. And that opens up the 4 and 6. That's right, isn't it? The 3, 4... Oh, God, I hope that's correct. Yeah, I hope that's correct. But yeah, yesterday I got an email from YouTube saying that, hey, you're such a loyal customer. You've been on YouTube Premium for a while now, so since you're so loyal, spending money, paying money to not watch ads, a thing that we force you to do, here is here's like a promotion. Here, have some Discord Nitro. And it's like, oh, I use Discord. Okay, I'll take it. So I got some Discord Nitro. Adblocker doesn't seem to work on the pre-roll ads for me. And also, it doesn't work on my iPad or my iPhone. So that's a limitation of the iOS, basically. 5 and 8. So that leaves me 3 and 6. 3 and 6 are left in these cells. And because Adblocker used to work. Oh, the Adblocker works probably on my laptop. Oh, it doesn't. I don't think it works on Safari as well. I'm not too sure, but basically, yeah. I just basically don't want any ads on any of my devices. So I caved. So I pay a bit of money every month, not too much, but something that I can afford. Basically, it's gone into my regular spending now, and bloody subscription models. But basically, since they thought I was so loyal, they gave me the Discord Nitro. So I thought, okay, I'll sign up to the Nitro. And I boosted my friend's server. And because we do use it a lot. Okay, another X-Wing of 6s. So that must be the 6. These can't be 6s anymore, so 3 and 9 are resolved. Where was I going with this story? Yeah, so I signed up for Discord Nitro. Limitations are just security features to companies. How do you mean? It's not really a security feature, but it's just a way to forcing us to spend money in this case. Oops. 1, 3, 6, and 8. So the 8's are in these 2 cells. Okay. So can we resolve these? Apparently not. Okay. So I signed up to Discord Nitro, and then in the morning, and then in the afternoon, I got another email, this time from Discord, saying, "Hey, thanks for signing up to Discord Nitro. You're such a loyal friend for using Discord Nitro. Well, here's a promotion for you, even though you just signed up today. Have 2 months of Game Pass for free on the Xbox." So, oh, okay. Well, I'll take that then. So I now have a Game Pass for 2 months. And I think I know Game Pass is actually quite good because you can actually play a PC game on it. I don't have an Xbox, but I have the entire library that I can play games on. These are 7 and 8. Sorry for being really slow today, but can't do something anymore, you get paid to do it. It's a feature to improve revenue. Oh yeah, exactly. Oh, I see. Well, I don't know about security features then. It's just, yeah, just a feature, limitations. Limitation is the feature to many companies. It's like, we'll annoy you enough. Like Spotify, you want to listen to music, just music and no adverts. You don't like the fact that we send you music, but without a radio DJ to at least complement the segue between adverts. You don't like that we just randomly blast you with an advert on Spotify. Well, pay for it. Pay for it, and we'll stop doing that. I mean, I don't really listen to enough music to care about Spotify. But yeah, YouTube annoys me, basically. Like, it is just relentless with the advert nowadays. It's gone a bit too much now, so... okay, so we're done with today's New York Times thingies. New York Times hard Sudoku. And we're going to have a look at today's genuinely accessible Sudoku. So let's have a look. What are these? We have 3 puzzles. Oh, this is very small. There we go. That's a bit bigger. Now we can see. I have no idea what the top things are. I have seen this app before, but I don't know how to use it. Oh, show the rules. Oh, God. And, of course, the timer is still going. So, pause that. So, yeah, now I have 2 months of Game Pass. Of course, I've set a reminder to myself to cancel both the subscriptions before they run out. So, I know that's how to get you. And did you guys hear about Streamlabs as well? Holy fuck. It's kind of ironic because I'm using Streamlabs OBS to stream my my whatchamacallit videos, because OBS has a tendency of crashing when you switch between profiles or scene collections. There's a possibility that it crashes. Oh, let me send a link about Streamlabs. Controversy. So Polygon's done an article on it. Well, you're not going to be able to see that. But essentially, it's been... I mean, this is one of the things that came out. But basically, OBS Studios, which is what everyone should use instead of Streamlabs OBS, is the open source project. But the thing is that you're allowed to manipulate, you're allowed to download it, fork it, do your own thing with it. But what you're not supposed to do is what Streamlabs did, which was they copyrighted Streamlabs OBS, including the word OBS. So OBS Studios, their team, who are volunteers doing this for free, making OBS Studios for free, have been getting all these like support tickets from people demanding refunds from Streamlabs OBS. And speaking of shitty behavior, okay, they've been doing this thing that are pretty shitty. But a lot of companies do them. They bought up this bot that they removed and incorporated into their own bot services. And they kept giving out free features and then pulling it back. Once people are used to it, they're like, okay, you now need to subscribe to pay for this service now. And but one of the really shitty things that they've done is if you make a tip to any streamers who uses Streamlabs to do their tips. So you can make donations to people via Streamlabs. They automatically sign you up for Streamlabs Prime, and then they start taking money from you. And it's an opt-out process. You have to opt out of being signed up. So once they get your card details, they will just continue taking money from you. Even if you just give, I don't know what the minimum amount is for tips, but if you give like $1 tip to someone, they're going to start taking however much their Streamlabs Prime subscription is on a monthly basis. And some people like didn't realize until they've like hundreds of pounds have been taken out of their account. So that's pretty shitty. So basically they're doing startup grifts, but they're going so exploitative where if you want to make a donation to a streamer, so you're not even interested in Streamlabs services, they're going to start siphoning money from you. Most likely more money than you gave the streamer in the first place. So that's the one that was particularly evil. It's like EA level, it's like Nestle level evil. Well, it doesn't kind of like destroy human rights, but it's EA level exploitative, basically, and Activision Blizzard kind of evil. So yeah. But like even the internal staff complained, the marketing team complained. So they just fired the entire marketing team, basically, and because they make too much money from it. They also literally copied. They bought another startup, another small free service that is similar to, what is it called? Lightstream? Lightstream is a service, is an Xbox service where if you're on the Xbox, on a PlayStation, you can stream directly to, I think you can do that from Xbox, stream to Twitch and stuff like that. But Lightstream is a service where you can stream to Lightstream and Lightstream will stream to Twitch for you. Well, why would you want to do that? Because you can put overlays. You can put overlays on Lightstream, so you can set up your webcam to Lightstream and your other alerts and notifications. So even if you're streaming on the Xbox, it looks like you're streaming from the PC. So Streamlabs started offering this service. But the best part is, this is a side-by-side comparison of the websites. So this is Lightstream's website. Level up your Xbox and PlayStation streams. Oh, they do offer it to PlayStation as well. How does it work? Activate personalized stream. Now, what does Streamlabs do? Level up your console streams. So level up your Xbox and PlayStation. This one they say level up your console streams. How does it work? How does it work? Activate, personalize, stream. Cloud capture for console streams. Cloud capture for console streams. Full layout and design control, same. All you need on a console, go like minutes from your console. Remote control from your couch. And this is the best part. This is just... Let's look at the customer reviews that Lightstream put. Lightstream is literally one of the greatest things I've ever discovered. Thank you so much for making it so easy. Streamlabs Studio is literally one of the greatest things I've ever discovered. Thank you so much for making it. Username, James something. Oh, they just made up two streamer names with like stock images. Love this platform. Love how they listen to the community. It is the perfect platform for console gaming. Love this platform. How they listen to the community. Like, what the fuck? What the actual fuck, Streamlabs? And their apologies, they sent out a message to say, oh yeah, we didn't mean to do that. That was always only meant to be a template. It's been rectified. Well, it's not a template, is it? Template doesn't literally copy someone else word by word. To be honest, I haven't ever paid attention to tip services, but I've had Streamlabs tip link for years. Guess I need to fix that. Yeah, basically everybody are migrating from Streamlabs. So I don't really use Streamlabs for anything except for right now just streaming the my Sudokus. But I won't set up anything on Streamlabs. And I'll be curious if I need to use another browser. But in terms of the overlays, I ended up moving from Streamlabs to Stream Elements ages ago anyway. And also Streamlabs OBS does use up more resources. The the application, so that's not super hot. So I use OBS Studios anyway for a lighter weight thing that has plugins. So I get all the updates sooner. Okay, so in all three grids, normal 6x6 Sudoku rules apply. Grid 2, digits along a thermometer, incidentally going off on a tangent. On a thermometer must strictly increase, starting from the round bulb. Grid 3, digits in a cage may not repeat and must sum to the same value. The blue cells contain exactly the same digits in grids 1 and 2. Orange cells have the same numbers in 2 and 3. Okay. So click on start to start. So these cells are the same and these cells are the same. Okay. Okay, so to start with, we can place a 2 there, normal Sudoku rules. Place a 1 here, normal Sudoku rules. So that's another 1. So got some 1s here. 2 is now there. 2, 2, 2, 2. So that's another 2. So that means that's a 2. So all the 2s are done. Set up scenes in it. Got too lazy to go back to OBS Studio. Yeah, you can just do an export. Oh no, you can't export because Streamlabs doesn't want you to leave their studio, but they're still built on OBS. So guess what? Your scene files are still saved as a JSON file on your. Once my bro upgrade the PC, I'll set up. Yeah. But you can literally just export, not export, sorry. You can literally go into your application folders and find the JSON file where your scene collections are and then open that in OBS and you're good to go. Or import it in OBS and you're good to go. But yeah, the overlays and elements, those are the things you need to look into changing basically. So, so how are we doing? We have a 4 here, 4, 4, 4. So that's a 4, that's a 4. Okay, so that's a 4, so that's pretty easy. Pair 5, oh, 5 has to go there. So this can't be a 1 anymore, so that's a 1, which means this is a 1. These are now 3 and 6, so 3 and 6 are resolved. And that means that's a 6, and that's a 3. So we've got 1, 2, 3, and 4 done. What next? 3, 2, 1, so that's a 1. So I think all the 1s are done. This app doesn't have the kind of like, what's the word I'm looking for? Live improvements. The little, yeah, UX stuff that makes it a bit easier to find all the things. But is that what it's called? Live improvements? The terminology for better UX for users. Anyway, we've got a 1 here and the thermometer must end in a 4, so this must be 3 and 2. And this can't be 3 or 4, it can't be a 2, so that must be 5 or 6. We've got a pair of 2s there. Oh, actually, 3 and 2 are now resolved. We may need this to solve that as well. Actually, oh, these are all 8s. Interesting. So these all must have 1s in them, right? So that's a pointing pair of 1s, so we just solved that one. And let's see. Those are 1s, and those are 1s. Pointing pair of 1s eliminates... Oh, I just realized I couldn't actually select multiple numbers. So we've got 2 sets of X-wings. 1, 2, 3. So... Oh, left thermal. This one is wrong. Why is this wrong? Error left thermal. I'm confused. How is this wrong? This can't be 3 or 4. It can't be a 2 because it'll be 2, 1. Oh, I see what you mean. Yep. That's the bulb. That's the highest number. It can't be 5 or 6. It's 1 or 2. So it must be a 1. Yeah. Sorry. My bad. I misread. Completely forgot the rule. Oh, that's weird. I got the alert, but I guess I need to set up Streamlabs OBS again to get the sound alert because they were muted. Trigger sounds. Huh. I definitely heard it, so... Okay, I need to look into that. But thank you for giving me the error. The important thing is I heard it. So thank you. Oh my god, I can't even select two different... Oh, control selects two cells. Okay. So this can't be 1 or 2. So this can't be a 3. So it must be 4, 5, and 6. So that's something. If this is 1, it can't be a 2. It can't be a 3. So 2, 4, and 5. That can't be a 5. So it's 6, 4, and 3, I guess. It's not very useful, is it? Is it coming through desktop audio? It's coming through my headphones. So I'm going to have a look later how I set up the audio, because I probably set it to monitoring mode, but mute it for some reason. Oh, maybe it's going straight through my... well, it's going through my... whatchamabop. What do I call the thing? My audio interface. That's it. Anyway, I've got 2 in this, so this must be 1 and 5. Because that makes the... whatchamabop. That makes the 8. So I've got a 3, so that must be 4 and 1. 1 and 4. Okay, so I think that's potentially useful. Not too sure. Sorry, got an itchy eye. Oh, I saw a video of like what happens when you rub your eyes, and it's horrifying. Pair of 2s there. Oh, I can highlight multiple cells by using the... Yeah, that's fine. Not getting much action out of that. So can we do more here? 1s. 1, 1, 1. I suppose these are 1s. 2s. Pair of 2s there. Pair of 2s there. So X spring of 2. So these must be 2s. Okay, 3s are locked in there. Locked in here. Locked in there. Not loving that. 4s. Pair of 4s there. Pair of 4s there. Oh, I suppose that's a 6. So these are 6s and 6s. Oh, that can also be a 6. And this is now 1 and 4. So that means that's a 3. So that unlocks a 3 down there. And a pointing pair of 3s. Also unlocks... Oops. How do I undo? 3s over there. Okay. Have we eliminated anything else? Yes, we should have a 1 here. So that's not a 1. And... Okay. I had an issue. It was going through OBS, so I had to set up OBS as an audio source for the scene. Hi, As. Yeah, I need to remember, like, because it should be a browser source. So I can't remember how I set it up actually. So I'll look into it at some point. Just being lazy because I've been doing other things, and I'm going to show you guys one of my other things in a bit. Speaking of, As, have you seen my other thing? No pressure. Just realized it's in pen. Yes, that's what it is. I'm not used to this app at all, so this is throwing me off a little bit. 5s are now locked in these 2 cells. So 1, 5, and 6. So this is either 1 or 6. Well, this can't be a 6 to make the 8. So I know that has to be a 1. That means that's a 1. So these 2 can't be 2. So these must be 3 and 4. So it must be like this because of the pointing pair of 4s. So what does that tell us? What story is it telling us? Telling me there's a 4 there and a 4 here. 4, 4, 4. There's a 4 here somewhere. I don't think that's super useful. This can't be 4, so it must be 2 and 5. So we can solve that because of the 2. So these are now 5 and 6, which means 1 and 5 are resolved. And that means these are 5s. 5s are also here. 6 is now locked in there. This is a 3. So these are 3s and 4s. And that must be a 6. And this must be a 2. Okay. So what next? This is 5 and 6. Can I do something? Yeah, can I eliminate a 4 from this, for example? So what can this be? So we got 1, 2, 3, 4. So 5 and 6 can't go there. So this is 4, 5. 4, 5. Can this be a 5? For this to be a 5, has to be a 1 and 2, which is possible. For this to be a 4, I need to have a 3, but I can't have 3s. So this can't be a 4. This is a 5. So we got a 5. Also, we knew that wasn't a 1 anyway. So we've got 1 and 4 resolved. So if that's a 5, that's a 2. And the 2's are up there. So what does this 5 tell us? It tells us that's a 6 and that's a 5. And I think the 1 and 4 are resolved, which means these are 2s and 4s, which means this cannot be a 4. If this cannot be a 4, can we solve anything yet? Here. This can't be a 5, so it's 2, 4. In fact, these are 2s and 4s. 2, 4, 2, 4. So these are 5 and 6. Okay. This has to be a 4 anyway. So these are 2s and 6. Okay. Okay. What next? Maybe we need to do something here. Well, this is a 4, isn't it? So this must be a 3, which means the 3 goes there, 2 goes here. And 4 and 3 are resolved. 6 is here. And these are 5s and 4s, which are resolved. That's a 6. That's a 5, 5, 6. And these are 2s and 6s, so they're resolved. So that's... oh, that doesn't change anything here. So this should already be resolvable. Maybe through these two numbers? These are 3s and 6s. Okay, so 3 must go there. That must be a 6. So it must be a 2 and 4, 4 and 2. And the 6... No, that's not a 3. This is a 5. So 5 and 6 and 5 and 2 and 2 and 6. And we've got our genuinely accessible Sudoku today. I apologize for the long video today, YouTubes. But if you found that useful and you didn't find my off-tangent rant annoying, then please leave a like below. And if you want me to solve your Sudoku for you, just hit the subscribe button and I'll hide in your house when you sleep and do your Sudoku for you. If that's the kind of thing you're into. I don't judge. I encourage. So hope you have a good day and I shall see you tomorrow for some Saturday New York Times and genuine accessible Sudokus. And if you come to Twitch, you'll see me also continuing on to do the mini crosswords and spelling bee. So hope to see you there one day. Bye now.